Let's talk about what denial really is. It's not just lying. It's a defense mechanism. Something found in mental illness, even personality disorders. A person holds on to a belief that isn't true, even when the truth is right in front of them. Narcissists live like this. They don't just lie to you, they lie to themselves. They gaslight their own minds. Their brain reconstructs reality to survive, to protect the fragile false self. It happens automatically. They erase facts, edit memories, twist the truth, and anything that threatens their self-image, it gets deleted, then replaced with a fantasy. That's what separates narcissists from sociopaths. Sociopaths know they're lying. Narcissists believe it. They're inside the illusion with you, because reality would destroy them. They can't face who they really are, so they create a false identity and spend their lives protecting it. They're in denial about themselves. They believe they're smarter, stronger, more moral than they really are. Even when they hurt people, they still think they're the victim. They can't take responsibility because deep down they already feel inadequate. They just can't face it, so they project it onto you. Blame you, rewrite the story, twist it to make you the villain. They'll even sabotage you or smear your name. All to protect the fantasy. They can't admit they're abusive because their false self doesn't allow it. They're in denial about you. You had what they didn't. Confidence, self-acceptance, peace. They chose you because of that. They fed off your light, stole your qualities, then blamed you for their own emptiness. They made you feel insecure just to feel superior. They used your own identity to build their false one, then discarded you but still clung to what they took. They don't want to admit you're more powerful, because if you had the power you'd leave, and they know it. They're in denial about other people. Flying monkeys, new supply. They idealize these people, put them on pedestals, but most of them are broken too, mentally unstable, just like the narcissist. Still, they treat them like they're gods. Why? Because it helps to keep the fantasy alive. They even train you to seek approval from these people, to support their false image, but it's all fake. They don't see real people, only projections, mental snapshots, fake versions in their minds. They're in denial about material things, designer clothes, luxury brands, flashy cars, not because they value them, but because they think it makes them look valuable. It's all image, status. Even the designers don't value the product like the narcissist does. It's the same thing they do with people. Buy into the fantasy, project value where there is none, but it never sustains them. Eventually they devalue it, like everything else. They failed at reality. They didn't have the courage to take risks, to be vulnerable. They waited for approval, but you didn't. You moved forward anyway. That's what they couldn't do, and that's what they envy. So they latched onto you, then pulled you into their fantasy world, a world where they have control, where your success reminds them of their failure, and they punish you for it. They want to keep you stuck, confused, insecure, dependent, begging for crumbs. They want you emotionally starved. Because when you're broken, they feel powerful. They want to become your source of validation, your source of life. They want you just functioning enough, but never strong enough to leave. So they feed you lies, destroy your confidence, until you forget who you are. They want to be your caretaker, your god, feeding you scraps on their terms. They want your innocence, your joy, your authenticity, your self-acceptance. They couldn't achieve it, so they stole it, they destroyed it. They project their shame onto you, make you feel what they couldn't handle, because they never healed. They want to contaminate you, make you feel broken, so you'll stay at that level in the fantasy. Because in their childhood, they lost their innocence, and now they want to rob you of yours. When you begin to heal, they return. Because that's what they want. Your light, your self-belief. But they still don't want to change. They just want access. To use you again. To extract what they fail to grow on their own. This is why I do what I do. To help you see the truth. To break you out of the fantasy. To remind you of who you really are. Powerful. Worthy. Capable of rebuilding. You don't belong in their story. You belong in reality. Where you thrive. If this spoke to you, like, comment, and share. Subscribe and hit the bell icon. If you'd like coaching, details are in the description. Donations are welcome if you want to support this message. You're not crazy. You're waking up. And you're not alone.